Yo, yo, what's going on, everybody? I just want to kind of chime in to, you know, talk about some things that we kind of just glance over during life. Like, a lot of people are re entering the dating scene, right? They've either coming out of a relationship or just deciding, hey, I want to start something with somebody or whatever. But you know what? Nowadays it's a lot more to consider than it used to be, or at least that I'm aware of now. It's like now, I know a lot more about myself, a lot more about the things that I can tolerate, things that I can deal with, my strengths and weaknesses. So now it's a lot easier to kind of say, well, hey, this is a type of person I'm looking for with similar likes, similar hobbies as me and whatnot. But at the end of the day, you have to figure out, about this person. Two main areas, right? One area is definitely finances, right? Which is sometimes a sticky topic to touch on because, society has really put a lot of pressure on, how things should be divvied up or how responsibilities should be divided. But in reality, we're all grown ups here and, teamwork makes the dream work at the end of the day. Just remember that part, okay? But what are some things that you need to, square away before you start a relationship with somebody? Like, do you talk about, how they grew up? Do you discuss like some of the things that they were taught growing up? Do you talk about, hey, what kind of household were you in? Did you have both parents, one parent, no parents? I mean, kind of go into that a little bit because later on, if you're with that person and, y'all have like a family thing going, you don't want to have to guess during that time. You want to already kind of know, like, okay, this is the type of person that I'm with. And, this is what they're used to instead of it being, something completely left. So definitely get a good understanding of how your partner grew up. A lot of people they like to discuss religion or spirituality. That could be definitely another area where you want to discuss some things because at the end of the day, you know how you worship, who you worship, when you worship, all etc. Is big on a relationship. So if both partners aren't on the same path, then it kind of makes it a little bit, difficult to plan things for a family. So yeah, definitely. What are some other things for y'all? I know definitely how they grew up, religion, their mindset towards finances. Education is another thing too. I'm not as big on education in a certain way like I used to be. I used to since I've got degrees and things, that was one thing that I respected. But being in the entrepreneur world, it's a lot of people doing things without a degree. Like there's kids on YouTube making millions of dollars a year just off reviewing toys. So I can't knock them. Like if you find that thing, make it work, make it happen. But definitely having some sort of goal, being goal oriented at the end of the day, always kind of helps to inspire one another, and that's gonna be big because being there for someone for whatever they're passionate about is big. If you're not really good with that, then that's gonna be something that'll pop up later. Definitely sex. Talk about things like that. Like, what do you enjoy about it? How often should you have it? What should it consist of to be considered good sex? What is good sex to your partner? What is good sex to you? You know, um, a lot of times we just dive into stuff and we just end up figuring out things later, and it could be things that we really don't like and we can't tolerate over a long period of time. So, sex in general is a good topic. If you believe in sex before marriage, after marriage, if you even believe in marriage in the first place, is something to even talk about because that is probably, at least for definitely women, is the end goal for dating and relationships. Like, things like that, you want to have already, a good knowledge about it and where you stand. So, I don't know how I got into this dating stuff or relationship advice, but get at me for more, you know, topics about relationships on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/the B Scott. And you can leave some of your comments, suggestions, and some topics in the comments and let me know how you feel, baby. Get at me. Yo, help me out, cause I'm puzzled, right? I'm trying to figure out how a lot of our online business entrepreneurs that I see, how they truly expect to get their business off the ground and launched when they only market their business once or twice a week. I just don't understand that. I'm puzzled. Like, I remember when I first